Okay, this is House John for another bitching part of the 10 minutes of bitching hour. 10 minutes of bitching hour. So I'm going to call this Bar Biz 2. I'm going to keep going with, bars need to be back to being bars for people over 21. You know, to me, a child should never, a child, anybody who's under, like, say, 21 who's not eligible to drink, shouldn't even be able to look at a bar. They shouldn't even be able to view a bar. See, you have these new places that are all everything's open, and the bar's right there, and it's just an open floor plan, and the family's sitting down, all the 10-year-olds, everybody can see what's going on at the bar now, like at Applebee's, like at freaking BW3s. To me, that's so dysfunctional to run a bar. That's like the most dysfunctional way. The way they run bars now is way more dysfunctional than the way they used to run them 20 years ago. They actually used to run the bar restaurant more properly 20 or more years ago, when they used to keep them separate from each other. You know, to me, that's the way it needs to go back to, as well as making your bartenders entertainers instead of just mindless drink pourers. They need to go back to separating, totally put a wall between the bar and the grill and in the eating area. They never should be in one general open area. That's a mistake. Okay, to me, that's dysfunctional. See, back in the day, like 30 years ago, they used to be always. I remember they most of the time they were separated. The bar was like a members only type thing. Like that's why I'm gonna do mine. Like if I do first of all, I won't do anything for members. I want to do everything for members only. Now, if I have to do something for the general public, the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna split it up. I'll make the eating area for the general public. I'm gonna make the bar area separate, totally separate, in a total separate room, walled off from the damn um, grill eating area, and I'm going to make that members only. I'll make the bar members only. I'll make the eating area for the general public, you know. And I'm not going to serve alcohol in the general public eating area. It's only going to be served in the bar. And the thing I'm going to do is like like if like if like the parents are with their children, they're not allowed in the bar. Well, if they're eating with their children, like a lot of times the father's gonna go, hey man, and I won't serve no parents any alcohol if they're with their children in the eating area. They're not gonna be served alcohol, even if the husband, hey man, I want a beer, usually no. If the family is with their kids, I'm not serving them alcohol. They're not being served alcohol, and they're not allowed in the bar. Any of the family is, you know. I'm gonna try to do what's right, you know. The only people, the only people who are going to be being served alcohol are people who are going to be in the bar, who are, not with their children. They're at home or whatever, I actually don't even want families in the bar. I don't want families in the bar. I don't want members of families in the bar, because they don't belong in the bar anymore. To me, that, only, like, really only want singles in the bar, single adults, but I want to totally, again, well, they're going to be two totally, like, you won't be able to see what's going on in the bar from the the dining room. You won't even be able to see what's going on in the bar, you know. Because to me, that's just the way they do it now is more dysfunctional than ever. The bar restaurant business, because it's more about money now. It's more about money now. It's more about presentation over Everything's more about presentation over substance now. Cheap presentation over quality substance now. More and more than ever it is. It really is. We're going backwards. We're sliding downhill. We're not going uphill anymore. Society's going downhill with the idiots running it now, just driving it into the ground. This world's getting more dysfunctional every year, more screwed up every year, more backwards every year, more backwards assed every year. I mean, now, like I said, I mean, it can't get any worse than transgenders. I mean, it can't get any worse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's like I said before, that's like the depiction of hell. Transgender, that's what the depiction of hell is. A world full of transgender people. Seriously. I mean, if you ever look at, like, paintings of hell, that's what you're going to see. A world full of transgenders. And they're really trying to bring it on. I mean, it's coming out. It's coming to Earth. Hell is. I think Armageddon is coming, because the Democrats are just bringing hell on earth. I mean, you favor the criminals, you're favoring the murderers over the good guys. You know, I mean, you're just creating hell. I mean, literally. You know, you want technology running everything. That's what the depiction of hell is. Letting technology run the people's lives for them. That's the depiction of hell. Okay, to me, everything about this new world is the depiction of hell more than the other way. You know, the government is your God, unfortunately, on this planet. Nature is God. To me, nature is God. While you're on this earth, nature is God. Maybe there's a God after you die, but I think while you're on the planet, nature is your God. Okay, so when you're in human form, nature is your God. When you're in spiritual form, maybe God is your God. But anyway, they're one and the same. People say, I don't know. But anyway, who knows? Nobody knows. But anyway, so yeah, about the bar business. It's like that's why I'm gonna do it, man. And I'm gonna have all hot women bartenders. They're gonna be trained to be entertainers. They're gonna be taught once again how to be a real bartender. You know, they're gonna be entertainers. They're gonna have way more responsibility like they did back in 30 years ago than they do now, where it's gonna be an actual real job again. Bartending will actually be a real respectable job again, like it was back 20, 30 years ago. Because it was 20, 30 years ago way more respectable to be a bartender back then than it is now. Okay, now it's just I mean, now it's just being a mindless drink pourer. You're like that's why it's viewed as mindless now because bartenders don't have the responsibilities they used to have. They used to have way more responsibilities. And the more responsibility you have, the more respectable the job is. I mean, like I said, man. I mean, I remember I, I was at this place around here, and this one bartender, man. There ain't many bartenders like this woman. She was a young woman too. She knew her business, man. She some guy got like he fell down or slipped in the parking lot or something, and something happened. She went out and tended to him like a nurse. She actually went out there, took the first aid kit out. She left the bar, went outside, and tended to the guy like a nurse. That's what bartenders are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be part nurse. They're supposed to be part entertainer. Like I said, they're part chemist because they have to know how to mix a drink, which is chemistry. Knowing how to mix the right chemicals together, they get the right outcome. So they're supposed to be a part nurse, part entertainer, you know, part chemist. They're supposed to be part, like, I'm not gonna have like a head bartender. All my bartenders are gonna be equally trained. So I'm not gonna have a. I'm not gonna see. The people I want to get rid of. I do my bar business. All the managers, because they're the useless middleman. They're that third party crowd that needs to be kept out of the deal are the managers. I'll get rid of all the managers because they're actually the worthless people in the restaurant are managers. They're just the worthless third party use. They're part of the worthless third party useless middleman crowd that needs to be kept out of the deal between the buyer and the seller. See, the seller, that's the bar owner or the restaurant owner is the seller. Okay, and the customers are the buyers, and that's the way it should be kept. You should have one person running the ship. One captain of the ship, only one. No more co-captains, no more captains' asses. I don't want no asses working for me. That's what an assistant is. It's part of the third party useless middleman crowd. You refer to them as an assistant. And there was a reason why they put ass in front of assistant, because they're someone's horse's ass. I don't want any horse's asses working for me, you know? So I'm not going to have any managers. I'm not going to have any salesmen. I'm not going to have any marketers because I can do all that stuff myself. Okay, I don't need you to do it. I can do that stuff better than you. So that's the way I'm going to do it. The owner should really, we're like, be, you want a more self-sufficient guy to be the owner. Instead of him have to hire an entourage to fuck up his business for him. Because the reason he's losing money because he's paying their worthless asses to do what he should be able to do himself, which isn't very hard. It's not hard to advertise your business. It's not hard to freaking, it's not, the management part is the easiest part of the business. If you know what you're doing, you know. But anyway, that's the second part of bar business. What other things I would do? Get rid of all the managers. I wouldn't have managers. I'd do their job, you know. How about do it? 10 minutes. My 10 minutes is about up.